Hi guys, it's Mrs. Murphy from the Upton Town Library. For today's tween and teen craft tutorial, we're going to be making keychains, and these are name keychains. This is the example I made. I made it with my daughter's name. Her name's Bridget. But sometimes when you're getting to know people, it's nice to give them a little gift. You can make gifts for each other, and these name tag keychains are an easy thing you can make with some simple supplies. So let me show you what you're going to need. First thing you're going to need is some kind of cord. So on this one, I used plastic cording. You can kind of see that, plastic. When I was growing up, it was called GIMP. This is what it looks like. And it comes in lots of different colors. So it's like a plastic string almost. So you could use that. You could also use embroidery thread. So I just happen to have this giant bag of embroidery thread here at the library. Anything like that. You could use string. Rubber bands might work if you had those. You could cut them and make them. We're going to need long pieces, so I'll show you that. You'll need keychains, of course. So these I have that I saved off some old little beanie keychains that were kind of old and worn, and I saved the keychain part, little hanging part. If you don't have those, you can just get something like these. These are the traditional kind of keychain rings, and Walmart sells big bags of them for like $1. And then you need the little part that goes with it to hang your letters on. What else? Beads, of course. So I have this box here of pony beads that we keep. Maybe you have a box of pony beads at home, all different colors. Those are good to use. And then, of course, your letter beads like that. I have a container of all different letters. Some things I got at Walmart, some I got at the craft store, some I got at the dollar store, and some were given to me. So like a lot of people, I have a craft closet, craft area where I keep lots of supplies, and maybe you do too. Let's get started. I have one that we're going to make today. So I have pre-cut some embroidery thread. I decided that's what we're going to make today. So I have cut out a couple pieces that are about 12 inches long, maybe a little longer. I always like to make them a little longer than I need because I can always make them shorter, but you can't make them longer. So I've got, I think, 3 pieces here. You could braid it. That's another idea. If you feel like braiding your embroidery thread, that would be good. I'm going to tilt my screen down so you can see how we're going to put this together. All right, so I've got my beads here. Secret message. Can't tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be a surprise. And then I'm going to pick out some colored beads to go with it. So I'm going to open my box here and choose a few. Now, when I made this one, I did 3 on, it was supposed to be 3 on each side. I guess I only did 3 here and 2 here. Oops. But came out nicely. I'm going to add some colors that will go nicely with these letters. So let's see, how about we put some green in there because I don't have any green. So maybe we'll put a green on each side, maybe some purple. Kind of good to lay out your plan first so that it makes it easier to put it together. And then maybe, how about some orange? An orange one on each side. Now if I do it like that, and I need one more, I'm sorry, I need one in the middle to break up because this is a keychain that's going to have 2 words on it. So let's put a blue one in the middle. How's that? To match our embroidery thread. All right? So now we're ready to start assembling. So the first thing I'm going to do is line up my strings nice and straight. And I think for this one, I'm going to use this keychain. We're going to use this one. So we're going to have to put the small piece onto the large ring, which takes a little doing. All right. And then our name cord will hang on that, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to take my thread and thread it through like this. Okay. And now I'm going to give it a tie. So I'm just going to make a little knot here. And this is just so the beads, when they go to the end, they stop on that knot. You could always give it another knot to make sure it's secure. A little larger. Okay. And now I'm going to pause this while I start lacing, because I'm going to start lacing each bead. It's going to take a lot of time. I'm going to start with my pony beads, put these 3 on first. Then I'm going to put my letter beads, and somewhere in the middle is the blue one, because it's going to be 2 different words. And then on the end will be my other 3. And then I'll show you how we tie that off. So let me pause this for a moment. Okay, I just wanted to show you how it's coming along. I've got the pony beads going and the first letter in our message. I'm going to keep going. All right, I've got another letter on, and I wanted to stop and show you a helpful tip. If it's hard lacing all the beads onto the thread, you can always tape the end of your thread and almost make it like a needle when you're threading a needle. Sometimes it's easier to have that point all together like a needle, and it helps to thread the letters. So we're going to keep going, and no, the message is not going to say boo. I wonder what it will say. All right, so my message is complete, and can you see what it says? It says books rock. So I didn't do a name on this one, I did a message, but a name is an easy thing to do for a keychain. I've added all my beads, and now I'm just going to tie a couple knots on this end. I'm going to put my screen up so you can see that. There we go. Just a couple knots at the end that will prevent the beads from falling off. And then you'll have a nice gift to give someone. Or keep it for yourself. It's always okay to make a gift for yourself. And then you can use this as a keychain. You could give it as a gift to put on a backpack, whatever you like. I'm going to grab some scissors and trim off that little part I made with the tape at the end. That was very helpful in threading the beads. There we go. And there we have it. Books rock. So there's your name tag keychain you can make for a friend when you're getting to know them. Bye, guys.